You'll never weave in ends again after learning this trick. Never might be a bit of an exaggeration. However, since learning this trick, I've definitely cut my end weaving at least in half when joining in colors to 100% wool. That's super important. Now, the reason 100% wool is important is because you need the fibers to be able to felt together. With natural fibers like 100% wool, they will bind together when you wet them and apply friction to them, is how I do it. It won't work with polyester yarns because it's plastic, but it will work with 100% wool. Instead of dropping the yarn when I get to the end of a ball and picking up a new ball and simply just starting knitting with it, I felt the ends together. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my ends of yarn and thread it through my needle and just leave a little bit at the end out like that. And I'm basically going to take this needle and weave these yarns together in opposite directions and pick up through this other strand of yarn, just like strands every so often. So it's going to look like this as I continue to pick it up, and it's going to get all bunchy on my tapestry needle, and that's a-okay. I usually pick up a couple of strands every time I go through, and I'm just going to keep doing that over and over again until I have a few inches worth maybe. I don't have an exact measurement, I just do it until it feels right basically. And it's going to be all bunchy on my needle like this. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the needle through with my yarn and then spread it out like this. So this in itself is already pretty sturdy, but I'm going to felt it together for some extra security. So I'm going to take my cup of water, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the part in that I want to felt together. And then what I do is I usually like to wear jeans when I do this, and I quite literally, I rub it up against my jeans like this until I feel the yarn is dry, and then I'll do it a couple more times. Oh, it's a little bit shaky, sorry. Go in for a second time, nice and saturated. Oh, that's a little bit too wet. That's okay. And I just rub it up against my jeans or like another hoodie or something. I just find that it's more helpful using a material to like rub the fibers together that's a little bit coarser and a little bit sturdier, just essentially melding the fibers together by felting them. I don't know the science behind this. If someone that does know the science behind this wants to describe it, that would be awesome. But all I know is that this works and it's amazing, and it's like incredibly strong join in the fibers. Instead of weaving in two separate ends, I would much rather do this because it feels much sturdier. And you can barely even see the join. It gets a little bit thicker, but like that's sturdy. That's not going anywhere. Voila. And you can barely even see where I join the ends together. I'm not gonna pull too hard because I don't want to actually break it, but like that's a sturdy join. Let me know in the comments if you try this technique the next time you want to join ends together instead of weaving them in. This is my go-to technique.